famous, they act like they made us, you know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, when it's not savers, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Waiting.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Here we go. 280.
Check 56. You ain't doing nothing.
Great 57.
You ain't doing nothing.
On first down, Wentz. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 17-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's, Mike's 47. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, it's Geis. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 13 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check. 53's Mike.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Complete, Richardson has it. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 47, check Mike 47. Nice, sweet.
Here's Haskins. The quick slant caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Get ready.
And out now come the Eagles. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Eagles 14, Redskins 7.
On first down, here's Love. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give right side now to Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle.
Mike 47. Go.
11-yard line.
Mike's 7. Mike's 47. Exit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. It's caught by Sanders. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Haskins will throw, and this one complete to Reed. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right, that run after catch.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a toss. This is Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey, watch the ball.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game.
SOS.
And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
180! Black, come on.
Wentz now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Haskins to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Wentz, I think this is going to be a free play. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, check.
Here's Wentz to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Moore. in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Redskins now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was in Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Is it this?
I need one over here. I need one over here.
Right, take off.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down.
We ain't giving up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, Haskins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Even. 4 down.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Gonna give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check. Fresno.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, and split that.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Get ready, get ready. Show an 8, show an 8.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Haskins to throw it. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the 41, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, Dobbins. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and...
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Army, Army. Army, Army.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. This is caught by Jackson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. Gets around him. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz throwing right, and that's complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We got it. Good job, D. Good job,
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back.
Right here.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
The 2nd down pass. Complete to Paul Richardson.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Haskins.
Let's go.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Back at the 36-yard line.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale.